All right, hello Algebra 1. This is quarter 4, week 1, lesson 2. We are still talking about data and statistics. So today we're going to explore a little more about how we can represent data and statistics, okay? So today we're going to talk about a histogram, and this is our new vocab word for today. A histogram graphs data into equal intervals, only representing numbers, not categories. That's very important. So if you need to pause it or rewind it to write down that definition, go ahead. Okay, so there's also a difference between a histogram and a bar graph. Even though they look similar, bar graphs have categories like what's your favorite energy drink? Monster, Red Bull, Rockstar. Those are categories. But histograms only have numbers. So I'm going to show you an example. Okay, so go ahead and write this example down. How many hours do you watch TV per week? Okay, so this is an example, and there's a data set here. 7, 4, 1, 5, 4, 2, 2, 6, 0, 7, 4, 4, 5. So this is just an example of if people answered this question, this might be the data set that you get. So we're going to actually put this in a histogram. Now notice the number of hours is on the bottom. And you see how they're in blocks instead of the number being right with the tick mark? They're in between the tick marks, so be careful. And then this is the number of students that answered each number, okay? So we're going to actually create this histogram with these numbers, okay? So if you need to pause or rewind to write down or draw the two axes, go for it. Okay, so basically, if you're looking at your paper, then you'll see what I can see here. We just need to count how many students chose each number of hours, okay? So there's one student that chose 0 hours. They don't watch TV. So we can cross off that 0 in our data set, and we put a small bar right here, okay? So you see how I did that? I crossed off this 0, and only one student chose 0 as their answer, okay? We're going to keep doing that with all of the numbers down here from 1 up until 8, okay? Okay, so if we're looking at our data set, there's only one person that chose 1 hour, so we cross off the number 1, and we put another little section. We can color it, okay? I would use different colors if you have different colors with you. I only have black markers here, so I can't really do that, but you guys go for it. If you have some colorful pens or colored pencils or crayons, this is good to use different colors. Okay, so it looks like 2 people chose 2 hours, so we can cross those off of our data set. And now on our number 2, we bring the bar a little higher. See? So 1, 1, 2 people chose 2, okay? Number 3, it looks like nobody chose 3 hours as their answer, so we will just leave it alone. We don't put a bar above number 3. Okay, and it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 people chose 4 hours. So down here at 4 hours, at the bottom axis, we find our number 4, and we draw our histogram bar up to the 4-hour mark. And I'm just kind of lightly shading that in. Okay, 2 people chose number 5. So on 5 hours, we draw our bar up to the number 2 students. Okay, one person chose 6 hours. So we will draw that. And 2 people chose 7 hours of TV every week. That's a lot. Okay. And then nobody chose number 8. So number 8 we will leave all the way at 0. Okay, this is what we end up with. And you can pause this video to check your answer. Okay? So that is a small introduction to histograms. I also want to show you some not so great examples of histograms. I'll probably just show one not good example. Okay. I'll show you when a histogram is not correct. Okay. So this is just a really quick example and a really quick sketch. Okay. Okay, so here we go. If our graph is set up like this, so it says, like, let's pretend this is for how many siblings do you have, okay? Or how many children in your family do you have, okay? So there's a 1 to 2 option, 3 to 4, 5 to 6, and this one says 9 to 10. But there's an interval missing. You see that? 7 and 8 are missing in this bottom number line, okay? That is no good because we still need that data. Even if it's 0, we still want it to be represented, okay? So that is a really bad example. If you see a histogram, that means it's not correct. If there's an interruption or if there's a gap here in the numbers, or if there's a gap here in the numbers, okay? So be very careful when you're looking at different histograms and telling if it is a histogram or not. And remember that it's not a category, okay? There shouldn't be words on your histogram. It should only be numbers, okay? All right. Hope you guys have fun and be safe.